What if the first fire was never meant to be found? What if it appeared suddenly, violently, and everything that followed changed the course of human history forever? Long before cities, before language as we know it, before memory could be written, there were only moments. And in one of those moments, Karu, Nara, and Sira walked the open savanna. They knew the rhythm of the land, the wind, the sun, the silence. Everything had its place. Everything made sense. Until something didn't. Far in the distance, the sky moved in a way they had never seen before. Not clouds, not rain, but light. A sudden burst, brief, violent, alive, lightning. A natural force early humans likely witnessed long before they understood it, one of the most common ways fire first appeared on Earth. It struck the dry grasslands, and for the first time, the land began to burn. At first, they watched from a distance. Animals fled. The wind carried heat. The air changed. Fire was not quiet like the sun. It moved. It consumed. It roared. Karu stepped closer, not from courage, but from something deeper, curiosity. Nara hesitated, eyes fixed, heart racing in a way she didn't yet understand. Sira watched everything, always aware, always learning. Fire wasn't just light, it was heat, a sensation unlike anything they had ever felt before. Warm, then intense, then unbearable. They didn't have words for it, but they felt it, and slowly, they began to understand its boundaries. They noticed something else. Where the fire passed, the land changed. Burned ground, but not lifeless. Small animals, still. For early humans, this may have been one of the first discoveries tied to fire. Cooked food. Karu approached carefully. The smell was different. Not raw, not familiar, but better, softer, easier. Without knowing it, they were experiencing something that would transform human biology forever. Cooking food made it easier to chew, easier to digest, and allowed the body to gain more energy. Over time, this would help fuel the growth of the human brain itself. But in that moment, it was simply new. Nara reached out, slowly, carefully, feeling the warmth without touching the flame. Her fear began to change, not disappear, but transform. Sira, already thinking ahead, noticed something even more important. The fire didn't stay forever. It faded. It died. And with it, the warmth, the light, the safety, gone. Because fire did something else. It pushed darkness away. And with darkness came predators. For early humans, fire became protection, a barrier, a presence, something that changed their place in the food chain. And for the first time, they weren't just surviving the night, they were controlling it. Karu moved quickly, grabbing a burning branch. Instinct, trial, error. The flame resisted. It flickered, almost gone, until it wasn't. They had done something no creature before them had mastered. Not just seeing fire, but holding it, carrying it, keeping it alive. This moment, simple as it seemed, was one of the greatest turning points in human history. Because from this point on, fire would no longer belong only to nature. It would belong to them. They gathered around it, not speaking, not needing to. The light danced across their faces. Karu, steady. Nara, in quiet wonder. Sira, already understanding more than the moment itself. This wasn't just warmth. This wasn't just light. This was control. Time would pass. Generations would follow. Fire would cook their food, protect their sleep, shape their tools, and bring them together. It would become the center of stories, of survival, of humanity itself. But in this first moment, it was something far simpler. 3 figures, standing in the dark, holding the first light they had ever known. And without knowing it, they had just changed the future, forever.